Man, it's a dark and dreary day in Jordan-Hare Stadium. Hopefully that's an implication of how much our defense is going to dominate Tennessee in their smoky gray uniforms. We find ourselves in another SEC matchup, but this time it's ranked. So this is a good opportunity for us to show just how good we are. But let's see if we can do it. Mike Finley coming off 2 games in a row of high offensive success, and our defense, who struggled a little bit in the last game and then really took control and drove it home. Now we've got a team that's fairly well balanced, and we have a ton of recruits in the house. This is going to really decide whether we're going to be on the inside track towards the SEC championship or need help on the outside. Welcome again to Jordan-Hare Stadium. I'm so excited for this matchup, and from here on out, if rankings currently hold where they are, we will have a ranked matchup every other week all the way into end the season. But we'll have to see if that holds true. We lost the toss, so don't know what that says about our game, but we do get the ball first. So this puts a little bit of implication on us to start fast. Now, in most of the games this season, we have thrown an interception on the opening drive, or very close to it. So we're going to try to break from that stigma. It doesn't just mean I'm going to always run the ball, but in this case, I am going to run the option. It seems like a good way to get our offense started and moving in the right direction. And that quarterback just went right by Mike Finley on that whiff. Oh, man. I imagine Tennessee, if they've looked at their game plan really well, is going to try to blitz us a fair amount. It's just one of those, we've seen a lot of blitzing from teams. Oh, and Andrew DeAngelis fumbles on the pass. It's not how we want to start this game. We're able to get them down, but not before they get all the way down to the 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal, Tennessee. Already put ourselves in a bit of a rut. Well, just like that, we dig ourselves a gigantic hole. We're going to need to rely on our defense to come up with a big-time stop and maybe generate a turnover of our own. And they're able to complete it. I got a little lost in coverage because I thought they were going to get the sack. And just like that, we go down 7-0. It doesn't look like they are going to be blitz. Or no, it looks like they're actually going to blitz. It looks like Mike Finley got shaken up on the play, so we've got Jermaine Johnson in. He hits Muller for the 8-yard completion to get the first down. Good thing is we've gotten Jermaine Johnson a whole lot of reps in, so hopefully he can step in and it just be a step right into where the momentum was. Mike Finley just having some back spasms, so we should be able to see him again sometime soon. But Jermaine Johnson on the 14-yard gain on first down. We're not going to rush Mike Finley back into this game. If he has to sit out the entire first quarter or the rest of the first quarter, then that's what he needs to do. But we're not going to rush him back because he's going to be very valuable for the rest of the season, and we don't want to aggravate such a minor injury. Looks like they're going to give us a pressure look with the cover 3. So this might be a good play to run against the screen. And just like that, Andrew DeAngelis takes the screen 19 yards to get us the first down. We pull out of that sack thanks to the good throw by Mike Finley. And with that, we are into the red zone. Got a couple of options here, but been really trying to establish our run game here. They're in that 3-3 stack look, so this may not go for a ton of yardage. In fact, with them inching up makes me think that they're going to blitz. Oh, and Merrick with the fantastic one-handed catch for a 7-yard gain on first down, throwing it right at that blitz and punishing him. It's now going to be 2nd and 3 on the 11. And Andrew D'Angelo rips right through that hole and throws a defender down for an 8-yard gain, making it 1st and goal at the 2. We've got a ton of options here, but with our run game being how it's been, I'd love to test them up the middle. Are we going to see Scott? Yes, we are. We're going to see Mike Scott, and we'll see if he has the power to get it in for the touchdown. And he does not. It's now going to be 2nd and goal. They really played up on that, so we're going to have to really play with our formations a bit. We tried probing him on the inside, it didn't work. We're going to give the ball to Mike Scott again, see if he can get the outside. And he had it if he wasn't so stuck in molasses. Now it's going to be 3rd and goal. Once again, we don't want to rush our good players back because while this game's important, every game down the line is more important. So we don't want a little 1-quarter injury to turn into missing 3 games. Nope. I hit the wrong button there. I wanted to do the check down. He would have walked right in. So now it's going to be 4th and goal on the 4. I have a feeling this is going to be more of a defensive game, so I'm going to go ahead and take the field goal, and we're going to escape with some points. It's disappointing to get all the way down to the 2, but we still get points on the board. Now we're only down 4 with 2 minutes left to go in the first. Alright, so first time our defense really gets to be on the field. They had 1 play last time, and really it was down to user error. So now we're going to look to see if we can contain this offense. Not like that! 24-yard gain on first down. We slide off the tackle because of the rain. Oh, and they're a hurry-up team. Why is every team a hurry-up team? They run the draw. And this time we're able to get the running back down, but not before he gets 6 yards. So just like that, it's going to be 2nd and 4. We're going to have to start adjusting a little bit and making better tackles. Man, this running back is getting all he wants. Another 38-yard rush, and just like that, it's 1st and goal at the 2 again. And we get the sack. We run the all-out blitz and don't get punished. I was very quiet because I thought we would get punished. We're going to go into a less pressure look. Just so that way we do have everyone covered. And we shut down that option, getting a huge tackle for loss. And with that, it's going to be 3rd and goal. Going to get a goal line set here. And they run it up the middle, and just like that, they're in. We go down 11 points, digging ourselves an early hole here. I don't want to run the screen continually over and over again. I think it's a bad idea. Looking with how they're set up, I could see a blitz coming. Oh, and Mike Finley's not able to set his feet. And that's going to be how the first quarter ends. So, we've dug ourselves a deep hole off of that early fumble. Can we dig out of it? And we shut that running back down, but not before he gets halfway to the yard to gain. It's now going to be 3rd and 4. And we stop the quarterback and cut the bleeding. It's now going to be 4th and 4. And with that, we're likely to force a field goal, and we'll only be down 2 touchdowns. Looking at the settings that they're giving us, we're still going to keep the ball on the ground. Mike Scott able to get 4 more yards, and that it's going to be 3rd and 2. It's going to be a very critical 3rd and 2 as well, as we can't really bail out and get a field goal. It's convert or go for it. We're going to give it to Andrew DeAngelis, and he's going to rip a huge gain, getting us all the way down to the 12. Just what we needed. We got to remember that Tennessee is going to get the ball to start the second half, so we are in a little bit of a scary situation. Andrew DeAngelis able to shake a couple of blockers and punch it in for the touchdown to bring us back within 1. Right when your leaders, or right when you need your leaders, they show up. We've seen option plays this entire drive, and they do it again, and we shut it down. It's going to be 4th and 4, and they're going to have to punt the ball away. It was a key stop by our defense. Oh, and they run a fake. I think they're past the point where anyone could go and catch it. Yes, they are, and they get a 15-yard sack. They give us the ball with prime field position to go and tie this game up. What a play by our special teams. It's now going to be 2nd and a mile. We're going to look to just recover some of our yards to make it a little bit more 3rd manageable. Probably should have kept that on the outside, but Mike Finley up the middle for a 5-yard gain to make it 3rd and 16. Doesn't look like we will be able to capitalize on this drive unless we can get this first down. So this 3rd down is going to be quite crucial. We're going to want to burn as much of this clock off as possible, so we'll take a wide opportunity to look at what the defense is doing. It looks like they're starting to cheat up a little bit, so hopefully this screen will work out. If not, still having the yardage, we're probably going to have to end up going for it. We get it down to 4th and 11. We're kind of out of options here. So we're going to go for it. I don't love the yardage and all that we have to go with, but I think it's going to be our best choice. Like before, we're going to burn time off. Just so that way, if we are not successful, we are giving them less opportunity to actually convert. We have 2 timeouts, so I'm not worried when it comes to if we would have enough time if we convert. Oh, and McFarland catches it! And he scores a touchdown! Put it on the board! Yes! And just like that, we tie the ball game up before half. A little bit of an ill-advised throw by McFarland, and the safety just misplays it. He tries to bat it down instead of undercutting the route. And McFarland comes up with the big-time play. Okay, so our defense came up with a big-time stop. It wasn't quite a 3-and-out, but I imagine we're going to see a running play here for them to kind of test the waters and see whether they can actually get a drive going. And Neal, once again, coming up with that late-time swat to rip out the ball, causing an incompletion. He's done that a couple of times this season, and every time it comes at a very opportune time. And we shut that running play down. That might take us to half. No, they're going to run hurry up. We'll see if they actually snap the ball. But our defenses seem to kind of lock into what they've been doing. Nope, they're content to let us go to half. Oh, and Bell picks it. He has an escort. He could go all the way. Touchdown, Tigers! We take the late lead right at the half with the ill-advised throw. They should have just gone to halftime, and we punished them for it. Well, in terms of ending a half, what a kind of a whiplash. We score 14 points in the final 30 seconds to take the lead by 7 into half. Tennessee gets the ball back, but we're looking to keep the momentum that we've started with. Oh, and big number 98, I believe that is Seals. Jonathan Seals on the solo tackle for loss to shut down that quarterback option. If he didn't make that play, then that quarterback was going to go for probably 15 yards. So what a play at a time we needed it. Oh! Keith Ellis almost comes up with the interception. Instead, he's able to deflect the ball and shut down the screen. Now it's going to be 3rd and long. Oh, and they run another screen and nobody's home. But Seals is able to shove the running back out of bounds before he gets the first down, and it's going to be 4th and 1 at the 50. They're going to go for it, so this is going to be a big-time play for us to try to make the stop. We're going to play like it's a running play, because that's what I imagine it will be. And it's not completed! They threw the ball! Rushed the pass, and we come up with the big-time turnover. And just like that, we get the ball at midfield. We're going to play for an inside run and see what happens. We get another big-time stop on that running back, causing another 4th down. They're likely going to go for it, as they've gone for it before. They're showing that they're going to punt it. We're going to run fake protection. They've already faked a punt against us once and gone for it at about this range. So I don't trust it. And what do you know? It's a fake. And they play it well and convert. Oh, and Ghost gets beat deep. And just like that, they tie it up. They saw that we were keying the running back a little too hard. With this 3rd and 4 at the 41, we've got a couple of options here, and we're in the territory where we could consider it 4 downs. Not that we will, but we could. We got a lot of options here, so we're going to see what happens. Mike Finley with the keeper. Gets 11 yards and takes us all the way down to about the 30. We come to a very important 3rd and 1. We're on the 20-yard line, and a first down here would push us into the red zone. We got a minute left, and it's a tie game, so this is going to be really crucial. Let's see if we can get it. Andrew DeAngelis ping-pongs around a little bit, but ends up working his way across the first down and gets just what we needed. Now we're inside the red zone and we're cooking. This drive has featured a heavy hand of Will Finley and Andrew DeAngelis in the option game and on the ground. We're just going to keep doing a steady dose of that as we continue to get big gain after big gain. Just like that with the DeAngelis 7-yard run to make it 2nd and 3 on the 12. We could put the ball up in the air, but I don't feel like that's our best option right now. or ripping them apart on the ground, challenging them to bow up. And let's see if they're capable of doing so. This is probably going to be the last play of the third quarter, so let's see if it goes anywhere. It does! Will Finley with a couple of moves and a couple of slides and takes it all the way in for about the 12-yard touchdown run. And with that, we take the lead. Okay, so last drive was a bit of a grinding defeat. We stopped them play after play, put them in exactly where we wanted them, and yet still they were able to get all the way for a touchdown. We might see a little bit of that similar practice here. And that will do it for the end of 3. So, the third quarter was marked by 2 long, drawn-out drives, and both teams put points on the board. Now it's going to come down to the fourth quarter where we have an advantage, but their offense has started to rip some big plays. Find out how this ranked battle in Jordan-Hare Stadium finishes. It's now going to be 2nd and 7. I imagine we're going to see another run play up the middle. No, we see a pass play. And the quarterback decides to keep it himself. And we tee him up. He gets 6 yards on the game, though, so it's only going to be a 3rd and 1. And we don't have the best package in here for defense. But we're going to put an all-out blitz on, trying to see if we can shut them down. And we stop the quarterback before he crosses the line to gain again. It's going to be 4th and 1. Another critical 4th down play. We're going to have to see if we can come up with a big-time stop. They run the quarterback option, and we didn't have him accounted for and get an 11-yard gain. Once again, they convert on 4th down. We get them to that point, but we just can't get them off the field. And now it's going to be 1st and goal. They've used this hurry-up look to just work their way down the field, and a couple of key missed tackles have let them get all the way here. That false start's going to prove to be very important, though, as instead of it being 1st and goal on the 2, it's now on the 7. That's going to change up a little bit of their game plan, but every play this drive so far has been at least a 10-yard gain. This is a bit of an interesting formation. We might have to burn a defensive timeout here, just because I'm not... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and burn it. Their formation is... at least their personnel package was very unique and something that I didn't quite recognize myself. So I didn't feel quite comfortable with that. Hopefully our guys in the middle are able to shut down that. And they complete another touchdown, and just like that, they tie the game up. That was a very weak drive by our defense. And it's 3 plays in a row, or 3 out of 4 plays in a row is a 13-yard gain by Andrew DeAngelis. Takes us all the way down into the red zone. I mean, you gotta let him eat if he's eating, right? Oh, he pulled himself out for a rest. But we'll just keep feeding our running backs as our line is really starting to take over. It's now going to be a 2nd and 4. We're probably going to do a designed run play rather than an option. We'll see. We'll have to look at what the personnel packages are. They're in that 3-3 stack, and looks like that safety's cheating up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and go with it just to try to get the 1st down. Whoa, and Andrew DeAngelis got shoved the weird way. It's now going to be 3rd and 3. I have a feeling a field goal is not going to suffice, so we need to really try to make sure that we can get a touchdown here. want to come out in a passing look and see what happens. You can always audible into a running play, but I feel pretty confident in this. So we're going to go for it. Oh, and Gavin Black's not able to get all the way through for the first down. And with 4 minutes left to go in the game, we could take the field goal. Or we could go for it. I want to at least come out and see what it looks like. Do we have a shot? I feel like we have numbers to the right. So if push comes to shove, we'll be able to bounce. I put faith in our defense that we'll be able to stop them. And Andrew DeAngelis gets enough. Got a little worried there with the weird backstepping he kept doing, but it's enough to get first and goal. Whew. That was a bit of a risky decision there, but it pays off for Tim Dunge. As now it's going to be first and goal on the 7, and we can burn even more time off the clock. As I said before, we don't want to burn too much time off, just because they are a quick strike offense. They'll be able to score in a minute. So if we take too much time off, we burn our opportunity for a response drive. Got to play a bunch of games here with the clock. We're going to have to audible out into something a little bit more well with the personnel package. And Rocky Lee just can't hold on to the pass. Oh, it was a well-thrown ball by Mike Finley into coverage. But it's not enough. Once again, we put the test out there. And we're not able to get the ball off. It's now going to be 4th and goal. And before I was willing to not kick the field goal and to go for it. Now I'm not so. We're going to take our points. If we didn't take the sack, we'd consider it. But because we did, we're just going to kick it away. We'll put faith in our defense that they'll be capable of taking us all the way and getting the stops. They decide to return it and then get to about where they would have had with the touchback. So with 2.5 minutes to go and 80 yards, we put our defense on the field. We're going to have to play solid ball here if we're going to come out with this victory. Oh, and Keith Ellis with another chance to pick the ball off and potentially put the game away. But instead, he's only able to bat it down. Now it's going to be 2nd and long. Oh, and they try to run a screen, but Lonnie Larson was there and he threw it right into his gut. It's now going to be 3rd and long on the 19. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw a screen here. That last play might have been an attempt at one, but... Oh, and he drops the ball! Justin Smith, the Tennessee quarterback, laid it in there, but it just wasn't enough, and it's going to be 4th and 10. We're going to play safe here, just in case, as they're putting faith in their defense to stop us. Harrison, please hold on to the ball. In fact, I'm just going to have you dive so you don't fumble it. So now I believe we're going to be 8 yards away from game over. Let's see if we can get it here. They'll leave Mike Finley open, and he's just going to dive ahead to get the first down. And that's going to do it. And that does it. It was a dirty, grindy game. But at the end of it, we come out with the victory with a field goal margin, 34-31. I wouldn't be shocked if our player of the game was Mike Finley himself. Had kind of a weak passing day, but carried the load on the offense with running the ball, as well as Andrew DeAngelis, who had a 130-yard rushing game. So, We dug ourselves an only hole, but we held on with that resolve to battle back and take the victory in Jordan-Hare Stadium. So in terms of overall stats, this is a fairly even game. We had a couple of first downs, and if you take 2 off of that final drive, you really understand how close this game was. Very equal in terms of total offense. Only a difference of 12 yards. We had 237 yards on the ground, which is insane. We completed 10 for 16 passes, so it was pretty good completion percentage. Would have liked to have been a little higher, but we're picking at straws. 100 yards passing, that needs to be more, but we were just being so dominant on the ground that we just kept feeding the rock there. Third down's way too low. Way too low. And that's part of the reason we fell behind so early. But we were 100% on fourth downs, converting 2 crucial fourth downs when we needed them to be converted. And 100% in the red zone for both teams. So our defense would have liked to bow up and play a little better, but at the end of the day, it was enough. 2 key turnovers, one by each team, that really equaled each other out, but were crucial. And then kick returns. That was huge. It really set us up with better field position. And then at the end of the day, just being on the field longer really allowed us to take control of the game. So overall, we definitely have some things to work on, but I think we played well enough to win, and our stats reflect that. Well, after that tight, hard-fought victory over Tennessee and simming through a bye week, we are currently number 13 in the nation. We're starting to get that national respect. Join us back here next week when we take on Ole Miss at Ole Miss. We can't take them lightly just because they haven't won a conference game yet, or a division game yet. They're 2-2 in conference. But just because of that record does not mean we can take them lightly. So, join me back here next week as we try not to be upset as we look ahead in our schedule. Because after Ole Miss, we got to go to Texas A&M at College Station. So we can't overlook Ole Miss. So stay with me, because every game is going to be exciting as we get into the second half of the season. So please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out so much more than you know, and I will see you guys in the next one.